Aló, aló. Ahora, no se me escuchaba. Ahí. Bien. ¿Cómo están, gente? ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están? Vamos. Otra parte. Parte 6 del modo campaña de historia. Del hace como 7. Que aún no termina, falta poco. Como mañana sería el final. Pero... ¿qué espera? Pero mejor comencemos. Continuar. Cinemática.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient and remarkably flexible. His reflexes were sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile atmosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff. By the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down. The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly, so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
Bueno. Misión 15, Bags of Barty. Otra cinemática.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls. So you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusha will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Bueno, nos aparece engañar. Este se parece con un simple ataque de tierra, pero no, nos aparece engañar. Bueno, combate en caso de utilizar el F-22. ¡No! Solamente la galleta. Solamente la galleta. Se me olvidó. Perdona.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway.
Bueno, vamos a
Sortie
comenzar.
ASAP.
Oye, es de mi hermana que está escuchando ese fondo, quizá, o no. Sí. Venga.
Our troops have engaged the Farbati Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me, so I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbati Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to protect them. They could use some air support. Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital. Count is back in the saddle with Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. Ah, it's real funny. I've got a sitting duck here.
Half the enemy's already down. That LRSSB is really something.
Enemy has a lock on you.
All right, keep up the pressure. A chance at victory will rest any eventually. Roger, the park will be secured. European big shots clear the way.
Tú vas como el otro.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support. Hold your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Dodge that missile. In position behind Bandit.
Time for a quick hit and run.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Bombs away.
Target destroyed.
Conditions keep changing. This battle is ugly.
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Ocean.
Roger.
Strider 1, locked on target. Missile, evade. Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Man, 3 strikes was one shot down.
Keep sending the enemy forces to their watery graves.
Tank units, advance! Enemy's got a lock. Special delivery.
airships.
Nice. Target eliminated.
Acá está.
Missile inbound. Missile inbound. Missile confirmed
Se
sunk.
activó con el mando. Con el modo 6 que le hice.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here. Use your own discretion. Thanks to our air support, victory.
Cada vez estoy en un mini
Turn
cuento.
the remaining enemies into shark bait. Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose? Use GPS to locate allies. These guys just won't give up.
Target is in range of guns.
Adiós.
What do you mean we're trapped? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing. There's just too many of them.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them. Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
That area's all yours, Strider. We'll back up one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Voy acá.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Bank right.
Frenando. Ay, casi tocó el suelo sin querer. Tengo la bandera. Los trozos. Bien.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear. Hang in there. 3 strikes will be here soon. That's 3 strikes. Stay under and we'll survive. You really think that missile was gonna hit anything?
Enemy has a lock on you. Strider 1, tank destroyed. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Our tanks and combat vehicles are knocked out. This enemy follows the enemy's air support.
Bombs away.
Ship building.
All captured. This is Maiden 1. We'll handle the rest. We'll take it from here.
There are no reinforcements coming. The North Fleet was destroyed back at base by an enemy raid. Our tank commander's down!
Strider 1, locked on target. Target is hit. Strider 1, missile away. Missile evaded.
Enemy's got a lock. Breaking. Our strategy is about to pay off.
¿Qué? Bueno. Bueno. ¿Vais con la lía? Bueno. Y de repente no, multiplicado por mí el teléfono que viene sin ese alemán o qué. No estoy viendo que tú también te la cadera gráfica muy baja. A conseguir los puntos necesarios, pero voy a base de nuevo.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower.
Pepe, man.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear?
Ya, ahora vamos a seguir.
Fall back 900 yards. 3 strikes is here. This is turning into an absolute nightmare. There's no end.
Bandit behind you.
Missile! Invade! This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet. Right. I'm taking damage, but I'm good to go. We gotta think of a way out of this predicament.
Casi me choco.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Joder.
Target still active. Behind the enemy.
Don't let them through. HQ is right behind us.
5 minutes remaining.
Missile evading.
Caution.
Reduce altitude. Lightning close to building. Enemy vessels. Fire.
Missile.
¿Qué onda con la cámara? Una vez se fue de loca.
Missile.
Catch him now. Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire for range. Coordinates.
Missile.
2294-5002. Target is enemy MBC formation. Fire for effect with your strongest round.
Queda 4 minutos para que finalice.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracketing complete. Fire for effect. Roger. New firing data. Azimuth 2870. Elevation 237. Prepare the volley. Fire.
Si la de uno de este edificio se cae, quería saber.
As long as we don't give up.
Sí.
Impact. Tucker 2-4. Go easy on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support.
Missile.
Missile! Missile!
Caution.
Where did these guys come from? My job just got that much harder. The enemy's striking back with everything they've got.
Hola.
¿Qué onda con la cámara que se venía para arriba? Mira cómo se venía para arriba la cámara.
Caution.
Caution! Enemy has a lock!
Missile.
Strider 4, box 2. Locked on. Go down.
3 minutes remaining. We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger.
It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble. You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down and move on to the next.
Quiero unos
You
barcos
did
acá.
really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
Barbante reconstruction park is under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters. Hey, those are our planes. Give them away.
Target acquired.
We need that bridge to establish our position. Those grounds have all the support they need.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Special delivery. Strider 4, Fox 2.
2 minutes remaining.
Sorry, but I won't be fish food. Strider 1, enemy on your 6. They aren't as good as the ones on Silver Bridge. Target is eliminated.
Watch out! Missile on its way!
Target is approaching guns.
They have a lock on me. Strider 2, Fox 2. The enemy has nearly reached headquarters. They're knocking on the front door.
Se rompe. Ahora.
Target destroyed.
Don't let them any closer.
These guys really tried a battle before this? They just keep coming.
Strider 1, target acquired. Sam sight down.
Bandit acquired. Firing.
Time to attack!
Missile away. All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
Ahora quién llegó. Ay. Tengo una alerta.
What's going on here? I don't believe it.
¿Por qué me estampé?
We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
Mr. X no voy a meterme. Prefiero meterme.
Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
Pa' casa. Por un...
The two leaders are in different roles, but don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? Just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
What's this guy eating? Why like that?
Es el Mr. X, po. Pero le estoy disparando. Es inmortal.
I gotta eject.
En otro momento podría matarlo. Pa' casa.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trader, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X. What? Alright, you don't have to wait. Time to take it for a ride.
Casa.
See where your plane is headed. Eject.
Man,
casa.
this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect
Ya
shot.
Mr. X.
Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Que te acá muchas veces. Cosa que pero a veces como inmortal o súper resistente a los impactos.
Enough with your air show.
Y esquiva todas las municiones. Como eso.
Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. I'll even let the wisecrack slide. Hey, I'm being serious here.
Ah, salgo ahora municiones especiales.
Hold up. My radar has shown that an enemy aircraft has been stuck on Cyclops 1 for a while now.
Makes my blood run cold to even think if he came up on my 6. Shit.
Target is hit.
Nice. Fine. Give him one more.
Target acquired.
Mira, mira este giro.
Show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot. Wiseman, missile closing. We'll keep him only. Just a bit longer.
Se agarraron a uno.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops Wiseman. Eject already,
Sí, se agarró. A los dos se agarraron.
Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2.
Que Mr. X es una bestia grande.
Shit. Negative, Cyclops 2. You're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's
Estoy
impossible.
tratando, pero se está dando las vueltas que está.
Damn it. Cyclops
Ay.
4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that
Porque este
bastard.
momento.
Now I see why he's the king of the skies. Trigger's our only hope.
¿Qué es ese partido?
Strider 1, missile launched.
Esta interferencia que anda sacando al avión.
Can Trigger handle this solo?
Toma.
Alright.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it.
La otra
You're the only
vuelta.
one who can.
¿Y esto?
My radar suddenly turned off. What is it? Respond. My
Pues
data
en un
went up.
momento.
Damn it. What was that? I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky, towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No, maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabante's now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
Siguiente misión.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Misión 16, Last Over. Totalmente todas las comunicaciones se fueron a la pija. O se fueron. Ya no tenemos comunicaciones ya. Satélite ya no tenemos.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatch from the Ocean Army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Tú dime. Ya, entonces tenemos que defender esa cosa. Inicia. No tengo más que recomendado para defender un vehículo de tierra el fondo.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
Yo nomás te había cogido el F-22 por el avión que iba a venir.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendly? Over.
This is Lancaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns continent cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
Strider 1, APC destroyed. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. ID'd as Ocean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our intro has been
It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General. If they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. We've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Yeah.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
Un aliado.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
Debe ser igual como la GTA. Ay, yo veis en el juego. Que las municiones fuesen explosivas, las balas y... O es que de forma real no es esto.
General managed to convince them. Those that protect General Labarth are the real patriots. Onward! There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
A vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
Vehicle eliminated.
Hostile has a lock. Locked on bandit. Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. Got out of paying that toll. I'll wait before firing. Bail out now. Wheels 1, stop. Check your IFS. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing. We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Kruger Park. Captain Cole, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. Open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. They actually went to war, and the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams.
¿Cómo no le hice nada?
And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. Those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Missile.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling. Keep bringing them down.
Caution. Hola. Caution.
I have a visual on 3 strikes. Thanks. Would have been toast.
Missile. Missile.
It's the Ocean military. Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster. Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, we don't know where to see it. The general is speaking with the commander. Cease fire with the Ocean aircraft. General's orders.
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my a squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them! I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Missile. 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 Missile.
It's too early for peace talks. Please, watching for future people through what I haven't.
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Ocean.
Missile.
Do not attack before target identification is complete.
Almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Missile.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies. With the main conflict concluded, regional forces in the center, south, and east struggle for stabilization of the nation. The Erusian government is defying these groups, along with those trying to make peace with Ocean as regulars.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Falcon technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate
A ver, abajo del puente.
enemy fighters.
No, adentro del túnel.
Caution.
But in the end, Falcon technology brought chaos to the world.
Epa, epa, epa.
Politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story
Pa'
like that,
afuera.
Trigger.
Sí, sí.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
It's Erusian military.
The general's a real
Someone-
celebrity. Seems
anyway.
everyone wants to meet him.
Vehicle eliminated.
Unidentified aircraft to the drone.
Missile.
Missile! Evade!
Missile.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle.
Missile.
Attack this!
Missile.
to fire on a moment's notice. We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Missile.
Attacking the radicals.
Caution.
Maybe we should join up with them. It means getting rid of those assholes faster.
This is one of ours.
Missile. Missile.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
Caution.
How's your last long capture?
Missile.
And we're here to help.
Missile.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Move the rear to the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly. We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Yeah, right now.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the
aircraft approaching.
Oh, me pica el ojo.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
Son aliados. Oh, me pica mucho que la chucha el ojo.
What's going on?
Ah, dole.
Closer. Weapon use is
Es
prohibited.
como un calambre.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board? He's not lying about carrying civilians. No. Unless she's a...
Pero un momento. Ay, dale. Ay, dale. Siente que me pegaste con un taser con el ojo. Ah,
Soldier.
joder, macho.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight. Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. The scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait.
Qué voz,
Unknown's
tío.
attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage. Negative. What? They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do. ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on? Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting them down. Any complaints?
¿Y lo puedo matar, bro?
Granted.
Pero...
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Don't miss. Aim carefully. Mine. No good. Shit.
I'm on my target's tail.
Attack missed. Target hit. Bandit destroyed. Well done.
They're in my way.
Viene rosa que ellos utilizan.
Target locked.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be
¿Qué
kidding
le
me.
falta
Liaison escorts
motivación?
are radar locked. They're
¿Qué
targeting
onda?
us. What the hell? We were just helping them.
¿Qué motivación le falta?
Erusian aircraft. This is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage
Ahora
the
la sacan
liaison.
nosotros,
Break
esta
off now.
escolta. Motivación, aquí van a tener su motivación asquerosa. Yo tengo más trabajo.
Escort aircraft are drones. They are currently
Ah, son drones, ya, no importa.
They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying.
Hija de puta.
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons
Ya.
free. Clear to attack the escort. Welcome. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't abort the MQ-99 launch. Commands overridden.
Nah, pretty igual.
Is behind this.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
I'm on my target's tail.
Something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Que se venía terrible, bo.
Activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Joder. ¿Cuánto hay? Ay.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
Strider 2, punch 2.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
5 bandits remaining.
Missile.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Missile. Missile.
4 bandits left.
It's not enough to keep it functional.
3 bandits to go.
There has to be a time when it should not function. But when?
Target's in machine gun range. Missile away. 2 bandits left. Show them what you got.
Joder con la cámara.
One bandit to go.
Missile.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Y es que mi padre.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, LTB. Mission complete.
Easy.
All hostiles, huh?
Gentlemen, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General Staff? No, we'd like you to send someone. I can't!
¿Qué onda debe traer su propio aliado? ¿Qué onda? Se comunica.
Scratches. What does that mean? The tail of that plane.
Solamente tuvieron rasguños en la cola del avión. Nada más. La gente, esto termina por hoy. Yo les sigo con estos partes, como dije que iban a ser unas cuantas. Pero no, termina aquí. Bueno. Aquí otra cinemática. Ahí, confío.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead. What did you say? Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Bueno, ya, como dije, nos vemos mañana. Adiós.